What's up, everybody? Hang on, I'm driving. So I just landed in Albany, New York. Let's see if I can turn a light on here. There we go. I just landed in Albany, New York, and man, it is beautiful up here. And I'm headed to East Dorset, Vermont to look at a 1971 Mercedes 300 SEL 6.3. Wow, that's a mouthful. But yeah, I got a lead from a friend of mine. A lot of you guys probably know him down in Florida, Pierre, and has a great YouTube channel of how to restore and take care of old Mercedes. And the channel is much more than that. But anyway, Pierre told me about a car up here, and there's an 87-year-old gentleman that owns it, and he's had it for a long time. I think since 1980, and it's supposed to be in really good condition. Now, this guy had a stroke a couple of years ago, and the car's been on blocks in the garage, wooden blocks, so the air suspension doesn't settle down on the airbags, because these are air suspension cars. Yeah, he hasn't driven the car in 2 years because he had a stroke, and now he's lost a lot of mobility. And anyway, the car is supposed to be in great condition, all original interior, and I just saw like one picture of it because he had his wife go down there and take a picture, and she's also an older lady, and it wasn't like, hey, come look at this car, here's 50 pictures of all the details. So it's a little unknown right now. But anyway, I'm driving into East Dorset, and I'm going to stay a couple of miles from them tonight and then go look at the car tomorrow. And by the time I'm done with all this, I'll have a nice YouTube video merged together showing the whole experience. Cool. I'm in the middle of nowhere in Vermont, and this is the Olympia Lodge. The place I was going to stay at is shut down because of COVID, and they referred me to this place. It almost feels like I'm near a ski resort or something. Anyway, let's see what this place is all about. See the mountains off there in the distance. Here we are. This is the guy's house. He's like at the very end of the road in this town. The road's turned to gravel, and he lives up on the hill. Looks like a really killer place. It's beautiful up here. All right, I think this might be them. Oh, there's the car right there. And there's Jesse. He's on a walker. He's very old. But there's the car. I'm going to stop recording and talk to them. All right, I am in the 6.3. Just checking the gauges. Definitely good oil pressure. Good temperature. RPM's working. They just let me take it out because their RPM gauge works. Transmission shifted into second. The mileage says 68,000, it looks like. Yeah. I'm going to get it out here on the Here we go, there's third, there's fourth. So you got a sunroof up here. I'm not going to try to get up a little speed here, see how it does. We're going to see if this thing can do a burnout, see how strong this engine is. Just pulling onto the highway here, and I'm just going to stop and get on it a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, the engine is strong, feels really good. Transmission is shifting correctly, and there's a burnout in a 6.3. A video. This is much easier. Let's see. Doesn't appear there's any rust here. I've hit this with a pick that's solid. See, engine compartment. And missing a hose clamp there. Looks like it's a little wet. This is, see if I can get down in here. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. Let me see. Well, I can be able to see with this. Trying to get a light down here. That's just not going to happen. But it's a little wet down there on top of the bell housing. For sure. I can see oil back there. For sure. I don't know. Somebody put this contraption on the battery box. What is that? That's a little crack right there. I don't know if you can see that. Here's the rust area. So it's really hard for me to see with how the sun is out here. I think that's clear there. There's a rust area. Something's going on right there. I did check out this area with a pick, you know, banging it with a pick, and there's no, I see clean metal underneath this, like there's a little bit of undercoating or something. It's like this rubbery stuff right here. There's clean metal underneath there. Up in here, that's just a little surface rust. I don't see anything crazy. Yeah, a little surface rust. Don't see anything crazy there. There are a few dents in the sheet metal. I don't even know if this will show up in the camera. But there's just some little marks here. Some little dents right along here. Wood seems to be in good condition. It looks like that was replaced. Dash, that's in good condition. Interior, that's an original interior. It's like a grayish leather color. You can see that there's wear, you know, on the original. Bunch of dirt there, and from where the shoes have been kicking, getting in and out of the car here. The doesn't look like the light up there works. Sunroof is sagging a little bit. Looks like there's some watermarks all the way around it. Headliner's got a little tear back there, and smells like carpet cleaner in here. AC doesn't work. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Hear the fuel pump going. Fires right up. Idles like 800-900. I did pull this air suspension valve out, and the car does not raise. Wood could, you know, this is just aesthetics, but that could be, you know, refinished. The lacquer's cracking. Looks like he already had this one. Yeah, that's already been refinished or replaced. Some weird box right there. I don't know what the hell that is. Adjustment. You got two adjustment holes in it. Some wire hanging down here. Looks like they put some speakers in the kick panels that didn't really fit. They're like coming out. Aftermarket cruise control here. Let me show the sunroof. So opens. I've opened it about 5 times at this point. Just going through everything. You know, lacquer is showing some cracking, which is expected. The rails and the sunroof. Let's see. The sun. It's hard for me to see if you can see this. Okay. I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing. So there's just a bunch of gunk down in here. Now it's just surface rust mixed with like grease, but it is not rusted through. Yeah, that could be wire brushed, and I think it's okay up here, but it's clearly, there you go. You can see it's surface rust, but that's not rusted through. It's like all those flakes of surface rust have mixed in with the sunroof track grease, and it's just a gunky, dirty mess, but the sunroof does work fine. This is interesting. Behind the glass there's leaves down in there, so this glass has been out, and it must have like been sitting outside with the glass out. I don't know. And you can see there's all kinds of signs of water damage along this back package tray. Not sure why water would ever be right there. Obviously this gasket has been replaced, so I'm guessing it was leaking and then the gasket was replaced at some point, but that's why it was replaced, because of the water damage. Let's get the back. Carpets are in great shape, and I was just looking underneath them. You know, that's the original. It's got the original like tarry coating on here, and you know, that's all original. Got a little wear mark in the seat, not a big deal. I'm gonna stop this video and let's go look under the car. I'm gonna try to record under the car. Looks like new tie rods. Those boots are new. I don't know if you can see this, but there is safety wire holding the air suspension linkages. You can see the bag up there. These are old and dry rotted and cracked. Absolutely filthy under here. You can see I think it's been greased though. You can see grease on all the Zerk fittings. Yep, see right there? That's fresh grease on the Zerk fittings, so somebody has been greasing the suspension, which is good. Let's see. New stainless steel exhaust. I don't know if you can see. Okay, so you can see there's some, the undercoating is scraped off. There's clean metal under here. I don't think there's any rust issues on this car. Yeah. The underside floor pans, yeah, maybe a little dent back here where it was ran up on something, but no serious rust issues like, you know, around here. This is just, you know, mud. I guess from that might have been where I just took it out and test drove it. Let's see here. No water in there. It smells like it's still got some alcohol in here. So he said he filled it up last winter. Alright, I don't see any crazy leaking from the brake booster. Maybe a rat built a little nest right there. Looks like something like that was going on there. Let's go look under the front here. Again, this is surface rust. No serious rust issues here. Original radiator. It's not all banged up and abused and leaking. Got a little surface rust over here. Again, the conditions of all the bushings need to be replaced. Dry rotted airbags. Again, you can see the grease on the Zerk fitting. Someone's greased it. Yeah, those subframe bushings, those are old. They've been in there a long time. This appears to be, you know, just an unrestored car with the exception of the stainless steel exhaust. Unrestored yet maintained and still working. Air suspension didn't lift up. This condenser looks in great shape. None of the fin, it's not all banged up. Fins are all broken and broken fins. Radiator looks like some new hoses, upper radiator hose on here. Original wiring, it's not all frayed. There's some garbage going on here with the battery. I don't know what this contraption is here. You can see all the rubber's kind of dry rotted around here. And, you know, this car's definitely driven. Let's go look at the trunk. Let me shut this hood so you can see what it looks like with the hood down. Chrome looks really great. Got some of that. It looks like somebody waxed it at some point that, you know, half-ass waxed it and left wax on the car. So you can wipe it off. Clear coat is peeling on the paint here. This window gasket was replaced a while ago, but that's not dry rotted. Yeah, that's a good, I'd say that gasket was replaced, you know, 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Yeah, maybe longer than that. Let's go look at the trunk here. You can see the original felts are still in here. See a little frame there, but usually that's a good way to tell the condition of the car. It wasn't, you know, left outside all the time. You can see back here. Again, there's this water damage back here. Let's look in the trunk here. So here's where the repair was done, right there. So I'm going to show you. There's a rust repair. All right, let's see. Okay, so see this little something's going on there. I don't know what that is. It's really hard to see because the way the sunlight is out here. I can't see my own what I'm videoing. But so this is all mud and dirt, but I don't know, that might have been a metal repair. It might have been a metal repair. Yeah. You know, original fuel lines. Over on the other side, let me see. The boot Here, let me just go ahead and show you over here, but the boot on the, so, let me just take this stuff out of here. There's some random parts. So the repair was done here. It's actually, that seems like a metal repair. Yeah. Oh, there you go. You can see the fiberglass right there. Something was going on right here. It looks like a solid repair though. I've looked under these mats. It's the original like tar, you know, the original tar coatings there. Nothing crazy going on here. Usually that's all ripped up. Let's see if I can get under here. No crazy. Okay. I don't know if you can see. Alright. I'm just trying to get some more video of random stuff. Those are the original Mercedes floor mats with the original sound deadener under there. Just looking at the glove box here. Looks like it's got the original Mercedes manuals in there. Yep. Smells like carpet cleaner in here. Yeah, smells like carpet cleaner. Again, I know all this is aesthetic stuff, but you know, I did some under the car videos for you guys, and door shut good. There's all the rubber. Rubber's in good condition. That's been replaced. Yeah, the seals have been replaced. This was replaced, I'd say, in the 80s. I don't know why it would replace in the 80s. That could be the original rubber. All the woods here. These felts are in good condition. Door striker's in good condition. Oh, the door locks work. The vacuum system works. I'm going to unlock it here. And they actually, here you go, I'm going to lock it. Oh, there goes one. So it's probably out of vacuum now because I just used it up. But they did lock and unlock. Looks like that one. So didn't have enough to do it twice, but it worked when I did it once. Probably a leak in there. I don't know if I did the dash. Yep, there's the dash. And there's the mileage. There's 40 years of receipts here, and you said you were going to drive it to Florida, and this was the most recent servicing. And what's the date on there? There we go, 2016 is the most recent service. That's why I saw all the fresh grease on all your grease fittings, so because they lubricated the chassis.
And I haven't driven it.
And you haven't driven it since yet, it's still there.
I drove it home.
So it was basically serviced and then stored in October of 2016. I see. Yeah, look at all this stuff.
Yeah, he's got everything.
Wow, it's so cool going through the history of cars like this.
Right.
And the cars in the garage are amazing. Oh, there's 3 pages of stuff here. Wow, so this was...
To me, it's yesterday.
Wow.
I didn't even drive it. I drove it home.
So all the yellow ones are like from the 80s, it looks like. Yeah. And then let's see if we can slowly go through all this.
Yeah, I really didn't drive it.
It's hot enough, yes.
Okay, I see this is a duplicate invoice is what this is.
What was it?
Page 2 of 3, page 3 of 3. Yeah, you had $3,400 worth of service at J.F. Allen Company. So none of the stuff. Here we go. And all these. So here's like some original of the levers that change the
I
defrost
just ordered them.
because they break.
Yeah.
And these are, they don't make them anymore, do they?
No.
Yeah.
These things also.
Oh, those are the plugs for the
Yeah, for the
lift
jack.
joints.
Yeah, and those we're not sure of what it is. It said something on
Those
it.
looks like wiper, windshield wiper or something, maybe.
I don't know. We didn't know. And we couldn't read the writing, but it was in the car, so I assumed
There's a
it's.
set of points.
I assumed
Oh, it's the
had-
points. Because you said it used to have the ignition was electronic, and then you switched it back to points.
Oh, is that what it is?
That was that is.
I.
So
Yes.
here's.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's what they are.
So
I'm not the car buff.
tons of receipts. I saw the receipt. We were looking at that receipt for the transmission here a minute ago. Oh, I think this was it.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff. Like this car was. It looks like you did tons of maintenance in the 80s.
Yeah. Then I didn't use it too much.
And then didn't use it too much after the 80s.
But this is my recent one, and I was going to take the car.
Here we go. 6.3.
I have another speedometer in the trunk
Another speedometer.
with 36,000 miles. And the guy I bought the car from,
Sorry, Jesse. This is here we go. This is that transmission. No, sorry. So the guy you bought the car from.
had a new engine put in.
At 36,000 miles
Yeah,
by Mercedes.
yeah,
So it was a factory service replacement.
yeah.
So that engine.
And I got this speedometer in the trunk, I think, of the car with the 36,000 miles. So the car itself has 36,000 miles on it. Extra.
Okay, because the speedometer in there I think says 69,000.
Yes, so you could add 36 to that.
Okay, so it has about 100,000 miles on it. So that engine
On the car, but not
on the
engine.
car, but the engine has 69,000.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's a relatively low mile for
Yeah,
one
it
of these
is.
cars.
I have enough cars to drive.
Yeah.
My wife's car.
Here's that transmission. The transmission was repaired because in 1986
Yeah,
because it wouldn't go into reverse, and it looks like it was $1,680. All kinds of gaskets but then right there, repair transmission okayed. 1981.
I drove it backwards.
You drove it backwards.
He didn't say it would only went in reverse.
It only ran in reverse.
I drove it backwards. I was driving all over, and a cop stopped me.
You were driving it all over backwards, and the cop stopped you.
I talked my way out of that. And
No.
I showed him.
Let's see what's down here. Gosh, there's more. There's a whole nother set here. Oh, these are 1997 Star Motors. Okay, Star Motors got it in 97. Spark plugs, air intake boot. Okay, this is, what are we up to now? This is 1999. Compressor conversion, Sandin 508 compressor conversion kit. Okay, receiver dryer. Okay, timing chain.
Yeah.
The timing chain was replaced in 1995.
I did it with a friend of mine, and
You did it with a friend of yours, changed it?
and we took the timing chain off the car without taking anything else off.
Yeah,
It comes along like a
yeah,
bicycle.
I understand, I've done that.
chain.
And this says California?
What is that?
Rancho Bernardo Road, San Diego.
I don't know what
It
that
says timing chain. Oh, this might be where you ordered it from.
Yeah.
An invoice, you ordered it from California.
is.
Yeah, because you probably changed that timing chain here.
Yeah. We
Okay.
Did. We just
And this
moved
is,
it inch by inch, you know.
Adjusted valves. How often were the shop rate timing chain? Here's that timing chain replacement. Distributor, remove cams and reinstall correct distributor. That's when you change that distributor back to points.
Yeah.
Okay, that was 99. I'm going to stop this video and start another. This is the second documentation video here. This is again 99. Change all seals and re-lubricate. Injection pump. Oh, the injection pump was worked on here.
Yeah.
Valves and injectors, injection pump seals, injection pump gasket. So basically 20 years ago, it sounds like the injection nozzles, 8. So you had new injectors, and the injection pump was resealed 20 years ago.
It seems like yesterday.
So I was 96. I was 21 years old when this was done, and I'm 41 now.
20 years.
Yeah. Let's see. This is 96. This is Star Motors again. Star Motors, 12 millimeter. They just did. Oh, this is parts shipping from Star Motors. They didn't do any work. Looks like you bought parts from them and they shipped it here.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to think of what.
Now they say 1970 here. Is it a 70 or 71? Remove axle, reinstall new bushing, also replace defective flex disc. Flex disc was destroyed, but
It's a 71.
okay, they might have just accidentally put 70. Relay check complete. So this is
You know
Endicott, New York.
that blue Mercedes that's in the garage?
Mm-hmm.
I bought that after I got out of the service. I saved some money and I bought that used for $5,000. And my boss said to me, "Are you crazy? You could buy a new Cadillac for $5,000."
That's not worth 5,000 now.
Yeah.
The new looks like you placed your rotors in 99, but again you haven't driven it much since 2000.
No.
Looks like the short body fuel pump, $250. Conversion from early style fuel pump. So fuel pump was done in 99. Oil pressure line, oil gauge, left cylinder head. This is some hoses here. Window lifter, right side, late style. So the window mechanism. Oh, what is this, Jesse? Here's everything I have on your car. We have recently upgraded our accounting system. Okay, so these, somebody sent you these. John Lupo, GM Operations and Finance. This might not have been, oh, this is from Star Motors. Okay. Let's see what we're looking at here. Star Motors, distributor and drive housing, part returned, not used. Here's some labor, install valves and adjust correct timing chain, remove cams and reinstall correct distributor. Maybe these appear to be maybe duplicate.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are duplicate invoices that he pulled for you.
You know what? The timing chain we did here,
Yeah.
I don't know why he's got it.
Yeah, these appear
That's Star Motors.
flex discs. That's interesting. Disc. The original quote was for center flange mount.
He was a little shady.
Yeah, I've heard that about those guys. They're a little shady. Relay. I noticed under the dash, there's a strange little box in the passenger dash. Has 2 adjustment holes in there.
I think that had to do when I put what did I say? The cruise control.
Okay, some cruise control adjustment, and that's where the box was mounted. Okay, and I didn't test or try any of that. I didn't want to risk
I
anything.
don't think it's working.
Radiator cap, electric fuel pump.
There might be some of the other Mercedes in there.
Air bellow, rear. So looks like the air bellow, this is 89. And those air bellows look like they're probably from 89, 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that car costs a lot of money to repair.
Yes, here's 96. Star Motors. So Star Motors was doing the work for a little while.
Yeah, they only do, or only did, I don't know if they're still in business, big cars like this.
The 600.
The 600,
yeah.
the chauffeur-driven cars. You know.
Oh yeah. So these are tons of receipts. And those are all.
yours.
And what is this guy here? There's a whole nother booklet here.
Yeah.
What is all this stuff? Wow. I'm not even going to go through these. It's just tons of.
You know what? I did more work on that 6.3 than these other 2 that I had forever.
There's just instructions for replacing air billows, parts. Looks like this is just some history on the car. Interesting.
So here's the letter from the guy
Okay.
that, I think that's it.
Let's see what this is. A new speedometer was installed in Alberton's 71 6.3. Yeah, old speedo is 36,000 miles. New speedo 0 miles. So that's showing where the engine was changed. Okay, and this is from Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Okay, in 1980, that's when they changed the engine.
And I didn't know the car. I thought that it in the Albertson.
What is this here?
But it's just a car.
Oh, it looks like engine number, chassis number. Original bill of sale. No, all men buy these present. Okay, here's the original bill of sale.
That's my bill of sale.
Yeah, $13,500.
Yeah. He came in the drugstore. He's a nice guy. I had a drugstore in town. And he knew I liked Mercedes because I had these sold to me. And he's a Swedish guy.
Mm-hmm.
He still lives there. And he said, I want 13, whatever it was, 13,000. I says, oh, I can't afford it. He says, you'll find it.
You did, didn't you? Walk around. Not really feeling this car at 45K. 45K. I would expect a little cleaner undercarriage and interior, and this 45K is a little much. I don't see a 45K car here, and I don't feel a 45K car here. I feel a 30K car, but it is beautiful, and it definitely did a nice burnout out there on the road. But yeah, I think the market for these has kind of 35 to 38. I've seen some really nice looking cars go for sale on Bring a Trailer. Now granted, I don't think those had the original interiors where this one did, but you know, looking under the car, everything needs to be overhauled. Lines, you know, gaskets, bushings, hoses, probably needs, you know, wheel bearings, probably go through the brake system. You know, that's lots of time, lots of money, I'd say, you know. And then some of the water damage on interior parts, I don't know. It's not a 45K car yet. For 45K, it should be extremely clean. But anyway, it was very fun to drive it and learn and get the opportunity to drive one of these. This is a super rare Mercedes 6.3 1971.